All right, guys, welcome to our team call. It is March 21st already. It's hard to believe. Thanks for taking the time out of your Monday night to hop on the call, especially with our new time at 8:30. And I hope to keep this pretty short so that if you want to hop on the Dream Team call with Jen Guthrie, you can. I can post, Lisa or somebody on the call. Can somebody post that link in our team page? So if people want to hop on that after this call, they can. She's guest speaking on the Dream Team call tonight. And, anytime you can hear from somebody else, it's always great to hop on, even if it's just in the background while you're doing things. So thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that. And tonight, we're just kind of going to go through some things. The Success Club trip was amazing, and I wish that all of you guys were there. If you are not on the wait list for Punta Cana, please get on the wait list and know that you don't have to pay anything until you're called off the wait list. So even if you're earning Success Club points now, that's still counting toward your trip for next year, even if you're on the wait list. So it's not like you only get to earn Success Club points once you're called off the wait list for the trip. That's a year-long thing that goes on, and they keep track of it for every single coach in the organization. So get yourself on that wait list, and really, it was a game changer, guys. It was fantastic. So tonight, I'm going to be talking about my takeaways from the Success Club trip, and then also just some announcements that are coming down the pipeline, because I feel like I haven't talked to you guys forever. Thank you to Lisa and Lindsay for covering the team call last week. I really, really appreciate that, and I know that they shared some great information with you guys. They are great leaders on the team, and I rested easy on Monday knowing that they were taking over the team call. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let me pull up our PowerPoint for the night. Okay. All right. So I just have our announcements in the PowerPoint slide. I didn't have time to make my takeaways from the trip in the slide, but you guys will be able to listen to it and take some notes if you want. So just some quick announcements. Our team calendar. The biggest thing when you look at this team calendar, on the 29th, we have our What is Coaching event at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this whole week, you guys should be jabbing the coaching opportunity. So talking about how this coaching opportunity, how it's changed your life. I mean, we all at some point have had our lives changed with a challenge group, right? We love the products. We've experienced the products. Now you have to start shifting your mindset and thinking, okay, great, these products are awesome and they're wonderful, but I want people to join my team, because if you want to grow your business, you need to have coaches in your organization, right? So I want you to think of your 3 vital behaviors in a little bit of a different way. We invite to a challenge group, and we're products of the products with our workout and our Shakeology, and we gear our personal development toward, confidence and learning about ourselves. And I want you to shift now from thinking about them for a challenge group, thinking them more for the coaching opportunity. So how has coaching changed your life? How are you a product of the product of coaching? Has it helped you financially, emotionally? Has it helped you stay on track with your own health and fitness? Those are the things you share as a product of the product of coaching. For example, today, this post will go up tomorrow because I already did a coaching opportunities day, but today I'm sitting in the doctor's appointment with my 2 kids, and I was so thankful that I didn't have to take time off work or rush around at the end of my workday to get my kids to the pediatrician's office before it closed. I was able to schedule that appointment any time that was convenient for me during the day in between nap schedules so that we could get there, and I was the one who was able to take them. I didn't have to have a grandparent take them or a babysitter. I was able to go there, and I was able to go there with peace of mind, knowing that I didn't have to stress about making sub plans or taking time off work. I was able to be there 100% with my kids in that moment. So that will be my business post tomorrow, how I'm thankful that coaching has allowed me to do that. So think outside the box. How are you a product of the product of coaching? How does it help your daily life? Maybe it's with your podcast that you listen to and from work. Maybe it's about your financially becoming free because you see the potential in this business. Remember, it's okay to talk about where you see yourself in the future. Maybe you don't have something to speak about right now, but you see yourself as being able to fire your boss and stay at home with your kids. It's okay to talk future tense and those things if you have that vision. So I want you guys to really think about how you can share the business opportunity every single day this week. And then on Sunday night, you can talk about, hey, come join my coaching event on Tuesday and learn about what I do. It takes somebody an average of like 12 to 17 times to see something before they say, I want more information. So think about yourself and how long you watched your coach's journey and before you reached out to them or before you said yes, or how many follow-ups did it take for you to say, yeah, I'll give this thing a try. Okay. And share that in your story and how you do things. Okay. March promos, you guys know what they are: 22-minute hardcore, PIO Kickstart, 3-day refresh. They are great challenge packs this month for sale. I am kicking off 22-minute hardcore tonight with Matt after he gets home from work. So far, I am really loving the meal plan of this program. It's very similar to 21-day fix, but the difference is, the main one is that it really breaks down for you exactly what containers to use at each meal. So at breakfast, it's like you need to use these containers. At lunch, these containers. Your snack will be this container. For me, I think that's great. It's kind of restrictive in the way where it's like, well, I want cheese on my turkey burger tonight, not for my snack. But I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to do it like Tony tells me how to do it. But this is wonderful for people who are brand new to clean eating and brand new to making a meal plan, because it takes the guesswork out. I mean, think back if you did the 21-day fix, your first meal plan you made. Wasn't the hardest part figuring out where to put the containers? All right, and how to break it up throughout the day? If you had that already given to you, wouldn't it be 10 times easier? All right, so that's a great benefit to the 22-minute hardcore program, is it really tells you exactly what to do. So I'm starting that tonight. It's going well so far, and I'm excited for some great before and after pictures. So if you are not dedicated to a program, get dedicated to a program. That is the best way to show your progress in this business, is to dedicate yourself to a program. Just some announcements that came down the pipeline while we were on the trip. If you have an iPhone, go to the App Store and download the Beachbody On Demand app. How great that Beachbody On Demand now has an app that is user-friendly. You can go through, you can literally do it anywhere now. So go to the App Store, download that app. You can sign in, everything. I know that we have some Android users, and they mentioned this at the trip. They said, Android has a lot of hoops you have to jump through in order to get an app in their app store. So they're in the process of jumping through the hoops. iPhone is a much more straightforward process that they can put it out right in there. So that's why they start with iOS with a lot of their stuff. Also, Challenge Group app. I know that in starting next month, I will be running my groups in the Challenge Group app, getting myself familiar with it, making sure that I understand how to use it. Go to the FAQs, go to your Coach Breaking News, and educate yourself on the Challenge Group app and how you can incorporate it in your own business. I know for me that I want to start a coaches only challenge group with this. I don't know if I'm going to have time for it. I really want to, but it's not high on my priority list right now, but I'm hoping that we're able to do that soon. Super Saturday is April 2nd. Hooray. It's right around the corner, guys. Get yourself registered for a Super Saturday. If you go in your back office, you can find out where the Super Saturdays are located at around your area. If you're brand new to coaching, you have no idea what a Super Saturday is. Super Saturday is a quarterly event. We have them 4 times a year, and they are hosted all around the country by coaches and their market councils. And a great thing for you to get your spouse to, and really just hear from some great coaches, get some great training, get some great information from corporate from you. So it's a wonderful thing to really get yourself to. And they're held all over the country. For me, I don't know if I'm going to head to the one in Seattle or Tacoma. I'm not sure yet. But go to your back office. You can see where one is at around you. It's a great thing to take potential coaches to, a great thing to take your spouse to, guys, because they get to see the energy. They get to hear from another coach besides you. So take your spouse to those events if you can get them there. Also, they announced a new program coming out at Summit. Every year at Summit, they always do a program launch. Last year, it was Size was the program that you could only buy at Summit, and then it released like the next week for the general public. And this one is Country Heat. It's autumn, and it is country music, and it is line dancing and country dancing, which is going to be really fun. It's a 30-day program, same type of portion control containers, but it is launching at Summit. And it is a great, great program. It's going to be awesome. She said that in the test group for corporate, they the pounds were like melting off of these people, which is awesome. So 30 days, dancing, country music. It'll launch at Summit in Nashville, so it's a great place to launch. There is a promo video out for this. It's actually really funny. If you watch it, it's in your back office. Go ahead and it's in your breaking news on the side. Watch the promo video, and you can start talking about this now on your social media. Another big announcement, I will be running a Push to Diamond group with a couple of my Success Club success partners with Megan Blanca, Carrie Mignano, and Sarah Griffith. I will be running a Push to Diamond group with them starting on April 4th. So this is open for anybody on our team, but here are your requirements to be a part of this group. You have to hit Success Club this month. So you have the rest, 2 more weeks to hit Success Club this month, and you need at least 4 active coaches on your downline. Doesn't have to be working coaches, just 4 active coaches in your downline minimum. So those are our requirements for our Push to Diamond group. If you want in that Push to Diamond group, you can go ahead and type in the chat bar, and I'll write down names before I close out the video tonight. So there is a great thing there for Push to Diamond. It's a great incentive to hit Success Club. It's a great way to really move your business forward. So if you are already a Diamond coach and you have some coaches who are in there, I am going to add you to that group too, so that you can kind of see what your coaches are doing. You don't need to be an active participant, but I think it's important that you're in there to see what your coaches are doing. So that's something, just a heads up as you go through that. So definitely get yourself in that Push to Diamond if you are pushing for that in your business. Also, Amanda Murphy, I asked her to share with us tonight about how to share her story, because Amanda has had some great success these past couple months, because she's really opened up on her social media and she's really sharing her story. And I think it's something that can be really scary to do. And you may be thinking, I don't have a story. But you do. You just haven't maybe discovered it yet. And so Amanda's going to share some tips with you guys about how to share your story and just what she's done and the impact it has had on her business. So Amanda, go ahead and take it away whenever you're ready.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I, first of all, want to say that you guys are doing awesome. When I started in, I think, August. And I was excited about Beachbody. I liked it, and I liked what it was doing for me, but I didn't really know how to share like my story. I didn't know that I had a story. You know, I thought that I was just somebody who always had problems with their weight. Always trying to lose weight and never being like this stick thin girl, and always thought that I had to be. And it wasn't until Beachbody, until I dove into my personal development, that I realized that you don't have to be stick thin. You don't have to do that. You just have to be healthy. So I started sharing my story that way. And I started telling everybody like, hey, I'm never going to be a stick. Like, that's just not me. I'm just a bigger person. I'm tall, it's whatever. But it wasn't until I shared my story that like I've gotten a really good response from people that when I'm just chatting. I had somebody actually message me today, and she said, hey, I just want to let you know that you're inspiring and I love your posts. And I messaged her, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and it's just wonderful to hear that. When I started in August, I put up, here's my Shakeology, here's this, and here's some inspirational quotes. And like, the quotes are always good and everything, but it wasn't until I really explained why I picked the quotes, explained why, what they meant to me and how it impacted my life. I have, like 2 years ago, I've never shared this actually. I started having like pains in my chest, and I went to the doctor and I was like, oh, I can't breathe. Like I can breathe, but I can't get like a deep breath. And, I was like worried about it. They thought I had asthma. I don't have asthma because I took the inhaler. It didn't work. I went to the pulmonologist at the hospital, and it was an intense test. If you ever have asthma, it's like super hard. And they figured I don't have that. And they, said, nothing's wrong with your lungs. You're fine. Your heart's fine. Like, you're healthy. And so I talked to my doctor, and he was like, I think it's anxiety. So, as I don't know if any of you know, like Allie knows, I'm like an anxious person. I worry about everything. I get it, honestly, I get it from my mom. Um, that's just my personality. But I, um, when I was diagnosed with anxiety, you know, a lot of people have it. Like it's kind of normal. Um, and I'm on medicine now, so you know that's fine. But I've been on it for like 2 years, 3 years, and I finally feel like I want to get off of my medicine after the wedding, of course, because that's coming 2 months, like crazy. But I want to get off of it because Beachbody has helped me realize that I'm worth it. I can do this. Like I can do anything I really want to. And so I've been kind of sharing bits and pieces of that story. And before, like I had no idea I had a story. I was like, okay, I want to be healthy. I want to be thin. I'm a teacher. That's it. But really I dug into it and I thought like, what is my story? What do I have to share with people to relate to other people? And I've had so many people message me and say like, hey, I really relate to that post you put up. Like it's inspirational. It's helpful. And, you know, I always say like, oh, I only got like 6 likes on a post, but really people aren't liking some things, but they see it and they are inspired by it daily. And I don't think about that anymore. I'm like, oh, I'm putting this up. Hopefully people will, see it and it'll make them happy. It'll make them smile. It'll help them. I really focused now in these past like 2 months on giving people value and giving them things to take away, to think about, even like the recipes. Like I've started to do that and it's been awesome. People just love it. And like quick recipes. I made a pancake it literally took me 5 minutes before I went to church yesterday. And I posted that and people loved it. So like, it's just little tips that you have to just show people that you're real. You're not this like sick, thin Beachbody person that like you can't relate to anybody. You really do is you have to be relatable. And I know this is just like a jarble, whatever the word is. It's like all messed up, but like, you just have to be you. You have to show people that this is your story, no matter what. Like one of my coaches, Courtney, I saw a post earlier and she really went out of her comfort zone. She talked about how she's had 2 miscarriages and it's really helped her having this community, this family, this support, and just like the actual working out and eating right has helped her feel better. And that's an awesome post. I know that had to be hard for her because I personally don't know, but I know that miscarriages can be really tough. And it's amazing what this community can do for anybody. Me with my anxiety, like hopefully after the wedding, I'm going to be off the medicine. And I really, I want to share more of that. And it's just really about sharing who you are. I am somebody who's a bride to be. And I'm sharing that. People love to see like what hair picture should I put. They love to comment on stuff like that. I really try to just engage people, but really try to be you. Don't put up things that you think people will like. Put up things that like if you were reading on your newsfeed, what you would like. I love to see. I love seeing the pictures of the little kids. If I had little kids, I would post them. But I love to see like little recipes or like tips. Anything like that. Give them value. Give them your story. Give them things that will be helpful to them. I listen to Shalene Johnson all the time. She's my homegirl. And she always says like, give it for free and it'll come in return. And honestly, a lot of this, the success I've been having is because of the podcast, because I've been listening to them daily. I listen to them literally when I wake up and I work out and I drive to school, drive back. It's always on. It's something that's always helpful and amazing. So if you don't listen to your personal development, you have to do it. You have to get into it. Even if you're like, I don't have time to read right now, but if I did, I'd read a book. But listening, the audiobooks, that's awesome. Get into and I was listening to Trish Blackwell my other homegirl, she mentioned that if you have like a library card, you can get the audiobooks, you can borrow them. Like go onto your library and get a library card and borrow the books. I have yet to do that, but I'm going to. Just be yourself. That's really all it is. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks, Amanda. That was wonderful. And you actually got into a lot of the things that I was going to talk about tonight. So it's funny how even the top coaches in the organization are saying the same things as you, because the behaviors don't change no matter what level you are in this business. Maybe the quantity and the intensity changes, but it's all the same process. And, I want you guys to think about when you're like, I don't know my niche, I don't know who to talk to. I want you to think about if you were to go to a party, who would you want to hold a conversation with? For me, I would be drawn to other moms, other parents. Those are the type of people that I want to hold a conversation with, because what am I right now? I'm a mom. I have that kind of stuff to share. I can be relatable with them. So the type of person that you want to hold a conversation with, that's the type of person you want to attract to you, right? So that's the kind of stuff you want to be posting on your wall. For me, I would love to attract moms into my team. So what do I post about? My kids, how to make my life easier with kids. If you are a busy, working professional, you want to attract other busy working professionals. That's you. Who would you want to talk to at a party? That's who you want to invite, and what type of conversation would you have with them, and let that drive your posts. All right. So thanks so much for that, Amanda. I really appreciate you sharing your tips. Speaking of Success Club, here are our great Success Club points for this week, well, for the month so far. Huge shout out to Erin Alberry, rocking the top of our leaderboard at Success Club 14, all the way down to Callie at Success Club 5. And we have a lot of people right there on the bubble of really making Success Club happen. And I know you guys can do it. It's just a matter of getting into those conversations, following up, and really, being involved in the person, not about the challenge pack, and really making it known that you're in there to help somebody really with their life. All right. So great job with your Success Club points, guys. We are rocking it. We still have 2 more weeks this month to really get those points on the board and really make it happen. Well, 10 days. So let's 10 more days to get those points on the board as we go through. So great job, guys. Let's keep pushing. Also, I wanted to share with you, I had more to add to this, and then my children interrupted me. But I wanted to add something for my own Success Club tips tonight about follow-up. And the beauty is in the follow-up, guys. You need to be tracking who you talk to, and you need to be tracking your follow-ups as well. And you need to be consistent with it as you go through. You need to relate it back to that person when you follow up with them. Why would it be beneficial for them to join a challenge group? Why would it be beneficial for them to work with you? Why would it be beneficial for them in a challenge group as opposed to joining a gym? So always relate it back to that person. Also, ask them, what's the best way to follow up with you? Messenger, email, Facebook, a text message. What's the best way to follow up with them? And you need to add value to them when they talk. Compliment them. Always have that relationship up front, okay? If they purchase a challenge pack, awesome. But that's not what the end result should always be about. Approach your conversations as having a great conversation with somebody. And if it leads to a challenge pack sale, fantastic. If it doesn't, you have added value into that person's life. And another big thing about follow-ups, guys, is, always send that follow-up. I'm looking at several people on this call who are follow-ups to join a challenge group or to join the coaching opportunity, okay? So be consistent with your follow-ups. It's really, really pertinent to your success in this business. And, don't get in that mindset where I have to recruit new. I need new people. I need new people in my organization. Go back to who you've already talked to, all right? Go back and follow up with them. Track your business and track your behaviors as you go through, all right? So that's my Success Club tip for you, is follow up with somebody. Use our scripts in our team page in our file section and go through and follow up with somebody. All right. Okay. That's where the PowerPoint ends. Do you guys have any questions for me on what we've covered so far tonight at all before I kind of dive into the meat of our call? All right, so I'm going to dive right into my Success Club trip takeaways. And the biggest thing about this trip, the Success Club trip every year, it's a fun trip. It's a reward for your hard work from the year before. And it's a way to earn a trip totally for free. And it is not a cheap trip. It is fun. It is the best of the best. And Beachbody really takes care of their coaches who go on these trips. And it's something that you earn. It's not something that's a freebie for any Beachbody coach. You truly earn your place on this trip. As you work towards Success Club points, they're transferred into trip dollars, and every Success Club point you earn is a way for you to earn trip dollars to cut down the cost of your place on that trip. And it is so important, excuse me, to get to events, whether it's a Super Saturday, Summit, whether it's a training in your area, the Success Club trip. It's so important to get to events. This was the first event in my 20 months of coaching that Matt was able to attend, and he loved it. He's always been supportive, but it allowed him to see the culture of Beachbody. It allowed him to see just how much Beachbody cares about us as coaches. And now are we going to hit elite this year again? Are you at Success Club this month? How many coaches are you working on this month? Like, he is very involved in the business, maybe a little too involved in the business at this point for my liking. But it allowed him to really see the culture, and it made a bigger picture for him a little bit. So get your spouse to events too. Drag them to a Super Saturday and let them see that promo video not promo video, but the video that corporate shows at a Super Saturday. Get them there. Allow them to hear other coaches' stories. All right, so on the Success Club trip, they had a top 10 panel. So it was the top 10 coaches in the organization, and they kind of did like a Q&A with Michael Neiman and Jeff Hill. And this was the most poignant part of this trip for me. This was the only training portion of this trip, and it was for an hour one day. And it was wonderful to hear some great tips for success and what to bring back to all of you. So these are their top tips. Somebody made a cute little graphic, and I'll post the graphic on our team page for you. But these were the top tips from the top 10 coaches in the organization. Number 1 was to be you and share you. We always tell you guys to follow top coaches, right? Go follow Val, follow Melanie, follow Alyssa, all of these top coaches, but you can't be them. The best thing that you can bring to the table is you, because people are going to buy into you. They're not going to buy into Beachbody. They buy into you. So be yourself. Don't try to be me. Don't try to be Liesel. Don't try to be Haley. Don't try to be Brooke. Be you, all right? Because people are going to buy into you. Next one, treat your business like a business. Your social media is the storefront for your business, okay? So you need to put on your CEO pants, and you need to act like the CEO of your business. Your social media is your storefront. So think about the way that you're presenting your storefront on your social media. Think of your business hours. Do you have set times of day where your business is open, where you are working? All right. So treat it like a business, and it'll pay like a business. Okay. As you start getting coaches underneath of you, it's important that they understand when you're available, when your storefront is open, right? I think you guys can have a rough understanding about when my business hours are throughout the week. And that's important for your coaches to understand. So treat your business like a business. Don't compare. That was a huge thing across the board from every single coach. Don't compare, because your story is different from everybody else's. And if you're wasting your time comparing, that's time that you could be building yourself up and changing more lives. So don't compare. You know, it was really empowering to me to see this top 10 coach panel. And you have coaches on there who've been a coach for 3 years. You have coaches on there who've been a coach for 7 years. We see their end success, right? We see them up there as the top 10 coaches of Beachbody, and we all want to be successful, but we sometimes forget the work that it took them to get there. We see their end result. We didn't see the months that they struggled just like us to hit Success Club, or the months where they had 4 coaches quit. You know, we don't see their struggles. We just see their end result. But don't compare. That's a waste of your energy. It's a big time suck. And once you start going down that vortex, it's really hard to get out of it. So put your blinders on and don't compare your journey with somebody else's. Don't compare your chapter 1 with the top coaches who's been doing this for 7 years where they are now. Everybody has to start somewhere. Next one, your 3 vital behaviors every single day. Don't feel like you have to spend 4 hours on personal development a day. Maybe you have to. Don't feel like you have to send out 100 invites every single day. It's consistency over time. It's your 3 vitals every single day, that power hour every single time, and chiseling out an hour of your day or 15 minutes 4 times a day to get that power hour done. Next one, stay in phase 1. What's phase 1? Building. Build your business. Hit Success Club. Recruit coaches. Stay in phase 1. Never leave it. As soon as you start to go into management mode, your business is going to suffer. You need to be bringing in new life. You need to be hitting Success Club because that is where the money is. That's where the bread and butter is of our business. So stay in phase 1. Next one, have a monthly game plan and repeat it every single month. So look at your month and see what you need to do and where you want to align things in your month. I am already thinking ahead to April and how I want to run my month. If you know when your events are starting, when your challenge groups are starting, you know what you need to say to people when you invite. You know how to gear your posts on social media. And you can't just do that one month. It takes several months for a new system to come into effect. As you are consistent on your social media, people know, oh, first week of the month, they're doing a free group. Then they're always going to have a challenge group around the middle of the month. And then if I really want information on the business, she always does something at the end of the month on the business. People will see that rhythm and that consistency. And remember, it takes people 12 to 17 times to really get it, to say, yeah, I want to give this a try. I watched my coach for 3 months before I did anything. All right. People are watching, even if they don't say anything. The next one, don't let your current life situation hold you back. All right. Your mess is your message. All right. I could totally be all about, I'm tired from this trip. My kids have been crazy today. I almost canceled my babysitter because the kids were so crazy today. But your mess is your message. And that makes you real. That makes you relatable. All right. There was a lady today on a call that I had, and she shared how she was able to take a few weeks back from her business, just take a step back because her father got sick, and she was able to go spend time with him. And she's having a hard time getting back into the rhythm of coaching in her business, as anybody would. And, we assured her to use that to her, business advantage. Share how you were able to take time away and go spend time with your family completely uninterrupted, not having to worry about the corporate world or anything coming down on you. Your mess, whatever you're going through, is your message, and somebody somewhere is going to relate to it. I promise. Next one, go to events. That was a huge thing from the top panel. Get yourself to events. Go out of your comfort zone. Go meet new people. Be around like-minded people. It's really, really important. Next one, be vulnerable with your story. This doesn't mean you have to do a long-winded post all at once about everything that's ever happened and how Beachbody's changed your life. Breadcrumb your story. When we say breadcrumb, that means share bits and pieces of your story. All right, for me, being a stay-at-home mom, I always wanted to do it. And then whenever I was actually in it, I didn't really like it, okay? And how I needed something extra for me, and how it was really hard for me to accept that it was not selfish of me to feel that way. And I realized that other moms are in the same boat. And when I post about those vulnerable things, about how, I'm tired and how my kids drive me nuts some days, it's relatable to other moms. Or how I post about how much I love my kids, it's relatable to other moms. You share bits and pieces of your story, okay? Next one, fill your cup up and grow so that you can deposit in other people's cups. That's so crucial. It's really easy in this business to give, and never fill up your own cup. It's so important to make sure that you are making time for yourself, that you're dialing into your personal development, and that you are really filling up your own cup before you even have a chance of filling up anybody else's, okay? Make sure you are being filling up your own cup and taking care of you before you can take care of anybody else. It's like when they say on the airplane, put your own mask on before you put on your child's mask. You have to take care of yourself so that you're able to take care of others. Next one, show up even on the hard days. All right. Show up even on the hard days. If you have a vision, if you have a mindset and your why is strong, you're going to show up on the hard days too. All right. You may have to do a little extra personal development before you send some messages, but show up even on the hard days. And the biggest one for me, and the big one that stuck with me the most, was to be proud of being a Beachbody coach. I'll never forget the first time that I shared that I was a Beachbody coach in public with somebody. It was, maybe 4 months into coaching, and I was going to get my hair cut. And it was my hairdresser, first time I ever met her. So, what do you do for a living? Oh, I stay at home with my kids, but I'm also a Beachbody coach. And she thought it was awesome, and we talked about it. It was really cool. When you say something with pride and you share it, people are going to be supportive of you. And if they aren't, who cares? All right? Put your shoulders back and be proud to be a Beachbody coach, because really and truly what we do, what this company does, is top notch. It has nothing on other MLMs, on other direct selling companies at all. We are a people business. We are not a product business. And that shows and radiates in everything that we do. So put your shoulders back and be proud to be a Beachbody coach every single day. All right? That's all I have for you guys. The event was phenomenal, and I want every single one of you there with me next year. So get on the wait list, and it was a lot of fun. Do you guys have any questions for me about anything that we covered tonight or anything else? All right, and no, don't look at somebody's chapter 25 when you're on chapter 1. All right, focus on you and really focus on what you're doing, okay? All right, any other questions? All right, then I won't keep you guys. Told you it was going to be a quick call tonight. So it was great to talk to all of you. I'll get this recording posted ASAP. If you guys think of any other questions that you have, let me know. All right, we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.